Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I give the floor straight to President Martin Schulz.
Mr. President and ladies and gentlemen, once more officially welcome to the European Parliament. And Mr. President, thank you very much for your great speech, for your address to the European Parliament you just gave. May I say that not only I myself, I think all the members of the European Parliament are deeply impressed about your speech, about the messages of hope, your messages of cooperation, the messages of fighting for our values, for defending democracy, the freedom of speech, a pluralistic society, an open-minded society looking on the basis of a long historical tradition of your country, contributing a lot to the cultural development worldwide, but on the basis of that past looking to a modern and forward-looking political strategy of your government and yourself. This is an enormous encouragement, and I want to thank you not only for your speech, I want also to answer to your invitation when you said, friends, let's cooperate and working together for all these values. I want to accept on behalf of the European Parliament that invitation. Yes, let's work together, especially looking to the ASEM summit in 2016 and in the preparation of this important regional meeting of world regions of Asia and Europe in a time where we have to take important and decisions deciding for the future of next generations, as it will happen in Paris for the climate change conference in December. So I want to accept that invitation, and once more, Mr. President, I want to underline how happy we are that the President of Mongolia, a democratic country, addressed today the representatives of 507 million Europeans coming from 28 sovereign countries. We are a unique place in the world as we we are the unique place because we are adopting binding law for more than 500 million citizens from 28 countries. This is existing nowhere in the world than here. And therefore, thank you very much for your address, which was really an encouragement for all of us to deepen our cooperation with Mongolia.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you very much. This was a really great honor to address the plenary of the European Parliament and 751 members from the 28 nations. It's really unimaginable in Asia, in our part of the world. But this is, I call it, premier invention for advancing democracy, peace, and harmony. It's really biggest representative and democratic institution humankind ever created on the earth. This is the European Parliament. And I'm really happy to represent my nation and talk about my nation's achievement and our common values. And it was really great to be here. This is a great encouragement for us. During my speech in Mongolia, there were many people watching this speech through the live stream, which in Mongolia open, and they are really excited. And we are doing good thing in our part of the world. Of course, having demonstrations in the streets, elections is one thing, but maintaining and building those institutions is really hard. And keeping that intact is really hard. In that regard, European Union and European Parliament, member states actually supported us undoubtedly from the beginning. In 1990, when we entered to the new era, we had a great friend, European Union and the states from Europe helping us. And it gave always us encouragement. And now it's new stage of cooperation. We have also great potential of our economy. One time our economy was the fastest growing economy, but now we have experiencing very big slowdown, but 5-6% of growth is still there. and we have something to offer, and you have great technology and great expertise, and there are really time for European companies come to Mongolia to invest. And I'm really happy that next year we will host 2016 ASEM meeting and ASEP meeting, and I invited the President Schulz to come to that meeting and to tell also your story, your success, and your challenges to our audiences in our region. It will give us also great insights, and it will give us also great encouragement. We are working in many fields: political, economic, social, educational, energy, environment. In many fields we are successfully working, and Mongolia is engaged in many programs, and we have partnership cooperation agreement with European Union, and it will enhance more mutual cooperation between our country and with the European Union and member states. Thank you for this great opportunity. This is really great honor for us, and it is great recognition what we achieved quarter of century ago through this hard work for democracy, advancing rule of law, human rights, and openness, transparency in our part of world. We will do that. We will do that. That's our value. That's not someone's value. It should be everywhere like this. And because of that, we have to respect the human dignity, and we have to give more opportunities to our people. And we are account on your help, on your support. Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you again.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. President. We can take a couple of questions, but if you want to ask something, please use the microphone in the back there.
No questions?
Okay. I want to ask you one question from Mr. Martin Schulz. Mongolian president has mentioned in his speech that Mongolia can be an anchorman between EU and the Asian countries. So how do you see Mongolia's future role between European countries and Asian countries? Especially Mongolia has very unique states, so neighbored by two powerful countries, and still maintains good relationship between North Korea and South Korea and Japan, all Western and some big countries. So
I think it was quite easy to understand that the speech, the address of the president to the chamber was more or less unanimously welcomed, because the president of Mongolia expressed that the country shares more or less the values of the European Union entirely. The fight for democracy, for dignity, for human rights on the basis of a sustainable development in economy and ecology means nothing else than the list of values and goals of the European Union. Therefore, it is quite clear that such a country with the views the president expressed is a privileged partner for the European Union in the whole region. In addition, I was in preparing our meeting of today, and once more when in our bilateral meeting the president raised the figures, how long the borders are with the Russian Federation and with China, I reminded that we within the European Union laughed always about the now president of the European Commission, Mr. Juncker, when he told as a prime minister of Luxembourg, a very small country, much smaller than Mongolia, between Germany and France. And he described that as, we are a mouse between two elephants. And everybody used to laugh about that. But then he added, but you should know, elephants fear mouses. So, and between a bear on one hand and a dragon on another side, I think your country is doing very well. And I want to honor here once more that President Putin on one hand, President Xi Jinping on the other hand, visited your country, met with you, and that you in this trilateral frame are playing a constructive role on the basis of a democratic constitution. This is an encouragement for us, and therefore Mongolia plays a vital role, an important role as our ally and partner in the region.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Any other questions?
Okay.
I see
Thank you
no
very
hands
much.
raised. Thank you very much for your
Thank you.
presentation.
Yeah.